Howdy, all Multilex Lives. I think it's time to play a little... Ooh, I am so overloaded. 7 Days to Die. I'm so overloaded is not the name of this game. Boom, 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 boom. I should keep that med kit on me. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, I love having a big trunk. Oh, why are you even here? Just turn into something useful. Okay. I don't remember how we did last time. If I finished looting this place, or if I even found a way in, I don't remember. No, I do remember going into this place. Yeah. And then I ran away. Because there were a lot of guys. Because this didn't go anywhere, right? And then... Oh no, that's right. It came down here, and this was full of guys. And I backed all the way out to the street. Or maybe I died. Oh, right, I tried to jump over their heads. That's what happened. I remember now. Uh-oh. I got a boo-boo. Got a boo-boo. I'm not gonna waste my... They probably got me killed right here. I'm not gonna waste anything. 6 hit points. What am I supposed to do? I'm just gonna die and then come back. So, yeah, we played our D&D game last night. It went pretty good. Only one thing really annoying happened, and we went through it. So I talked with the other guy who's playing the game, and I was like, "Look, man, we are so close to level, and I want to level, but I feel like the fact that we know how much more we need to level and how close we are is kind of meta, and I'm pretty sure that if we kill those guys that we know about, we will go up our level. But maybe we should just go to the next floor because, I mean, it's meta to kill him." And he was like, "Nah, I want to go up my level." I'm like, all right, I'm in. I too would like to go up my level. And so we looked around and cleared the last couple of rooms that we hadn't done yet. And then we headed to... Nice. We headed to... back to the room with the demons in it. Now they were in stone, and so you had to break them out of their stone statues. And so I thought maybe we could pull the statues out of the room, and then that way what happened wouldn't happen, and we could take them one at a time. Because I felt like they're going to be a tough challenge, but we should be able to take them one at a time, I assumed. And so, well, then we're told that no, you can't even try. Ooh, nice. Steel tool schematic. Is that just for the pickaxe, or is that for all of them? Steel. Nope, that was everything. Sweet. I was looking in the truck to see if there's anything in it. The truck itself can be searched. And so we're like, okay, well, I'll pull out my sword and light it. And actually, can I get parts off of that? I think you just get leather off of that and not parts. Yeah. And so, wow, I can't believe you're not a zombie. And so we went ahead and attacked the thing, and then the statue, the statue. And you know what? This is one. Well, this is altogether the annoying part right here. Is oh man. My head looks like it got really tiny. Look at. So he has each of us roll to see if how much damage we do, to see how long it takes us, right? And this is it in a nutshell right here. This is why he's a cheater. So we have to each roll to see how much damage we do, to see how long it takes. There's nothing left on the floor. He's not going to attack us with something else. He's not bringing in guys that we missed. He's not bringing in guys from another floor. He's not going to teleport somebody in to attack us. None of that's going to happen. He's just having us roll. He's just having us roll. And so we roll, and we each hit it. And he's like, well, it's top of the round, so everybody roll again. I'm like, look, why are we doing this? He's like, what? What do you mean? I'm like, there's no reason for us to do this. If we can break it with our weapons, then we can just break it. I don't care how long it takes. We're going to do it. Well, we're just rolling to see how long it was going to take you. Why does that matter? I guess it doesn't. I'm like, then why are we rolling? So then the statue shatters, releasing the demon inside. Now, we had gotten into a position to fight the demon. Melee attackers next to the statue, and ranged and caster types farther back. And so what does he do? He says it comes out as black smoke, and then it appears in the middle of the room next to our ranged people. There is something on the ledge there. Okay, I'm just gonna pillar up. I don't know why I thought anything different. Oh, hey, is that? There's a room back here. And, I mean, it wasn't a big deal. It didn't change what happened. We're still... I keep hearing explosions here. We still... Oh, I'm so glad I put all the effort in to get that Band-Aid. We're going to fight the guy. It didn't matter where he appeared or any of that stuff. But it was super important that he not appear next to us. Whoa. Somehow I fell right off of everything there. Oh, this glass is broken. I was like, how am I supposed to get through this without breaking everything? No, you're a dead person. And so... so this is where it gets stupid. I mean, it was stupid before that, but this is where it gets annoying to me. So we had to roll, and he was going to have us roll multiple rounds of attacks trying to break open this statue. And then the demon, once it's released, runs over to the other statues since he put it in a spot that wasn't where we had left open for it so we could attack it. And it hits one statue and breaks it open, and hits another statue and breaks it open. But my guy did like 35 damage to the statue by himself, and there are 4 people in our party, and we didn't crack the statue open. And that thing hits it one time for like 15 damage, and the statue cracks open. And he says, yep, it did the 10 damage necessary to break the statue. I'm like, what? What do you mean it's only 10 damage to break open? Why did we have to roll so many times? It doesn't make any sense. And so it was able to break open the other 2. Well, there were 4, but it was able to break open the other 2 of the other demons' statues, releasing the demons. And so I was a little worried about what was going to happen, because the first guy was taking some pretty hefty hits, and I thought that they were all going to be that way. And then my bard threw a spell out that knocked one of them onto the ground, and once it was on the ground, there was nothing left to that guy. Is this where I fell from? This is where I fell from, right? Yeah. And so we took down that demon pretty quickly. And then the other one flew because suddenly the room was massively tall. And you know how dwarves make their super hidden chambers massively 30 feet tall in the air so a thing can fly over top of us. And it was pretty funny because he goes, well, you know what this guy's going to do? And the other guy that we play with goes, turn invisible and run away like everything else you have us fight? No. I'm like, well, they do tend to do that. Oh, well, that didn't gain me anything. Cool. And but yeah, it's after the first one went down, then the second one went down. The third one that flew over to attack the other oh no. Oof. Oh, I need to chop this guy up for supplies. I was hoping for a little more fur. And so yeah, it was and we killed that guy before he could open the other statue. So there was nothing to the last guy really. We cracked him open pretty quickly. And then he's like, so what are you guys going to do now? I'm like, I think we'll go back to the previous floor and take a long rest. I'm like, besides, we should probably do that because this is I thought it was a feat level, which is a thing we do. It's in the rules. It's not something special that we do, but it is an optional rule that we use. Feats are special abilities that you can get, and They're not like now I can fly. I mean, some of them are, I guess, but you have to be special to be able to fly. And but they're things like I can now use special weapon. I couldn't use a longsword before, but after this many levels, my guy did some training. Whoops. And now he can use or she can use a longsword. It's that kind of thing. Or like dual wielding takes training, and so I guess I could do this. Shouldn't turn down free iron. So like dual wielding, meaning you use two different weapons. The primary weapon is your main hand weapon, and your main hand weapon gets your ability modifier added to it. I guess I could have just come around here, huh? And yeah, either of those. Which is like if you have a lot of strength stat, you get extra points. Oh, what is this? A steady hand means more targets hit and less ammo wasted. You are more accurate when oh, I don't use that, and I already know that. I guess I do use my 9mm a little bit, right? Because I don't have the points. I don't have the points. I don't have the knowledge yet to do yummy leftover sandwiches. Yeah, I was like pretty sure this is just open, like 2 feet over from me, right? Oh, what's this? An iron breaker. That's new. I don't know what that is. One man's trash, another man's treasure. Find more junk in loot, which means a higher quantity. What counts as junk? Junk just translates into more. Oh, here we go. Blades. Bone, iron, or steel. It doesn't matter if it cuts. Bladed weapons do 10% more damage at night. Nice. That'll go good when I get my bladed... gauntlets going, right? I thought I heard a weird noise. You're not it. I thought I heard a growling sound. So like dual wielding, right? So you start off the game, you got your weapons. Say you use a short sword and a dagger. All right, so you use a short sword and a dagger, and so when you use the short sword, which is your main weapon, you could use the dagger as your main weapon. It doesn't matter. You could use 2 daggers. It doesn't matter. Just as long as they're both light and finesse. That's the only requirement. They have to be 2 light finesse weapons to be able to dual wield without special abilities. And so short sword and a dagger. So short sword's your main weapon. You attack with that. You get to add in your dexterity bonus, which is based off of your dexterity score. So then you stab with your other hand, and your other hand is your offhand with your dagger, and it attacks the same way as your primary hand, but it doesn't do as much damage because, I mean, it's your offhand, right? It's not your main hand. And so, so there's a couple of things that goes into being able to really effectively dual wield, one of those is a feat that lets you add in your dexterity to your offhand. So with training, that's what a feat is. It's training. Training has allowed you to put as much oomph or dexterity into your attack as you do with your primary hand, and so that's a feat. It's dual wielding. It lets you dual wielding also lets you put an extra AC point while you're dual wielding, which is nice. AC is hard to raise. Okay, now I'm going to use my first aid kit because I don't want to die this close to the end. Oh, jeez. Dang dogs. And then you can also, I think you can also get now a feat that lets you take the dual wielder fighting style, which then lets you fight with heavier weapons than light. So you can use like regular weapons. Just has to be 2 one-handed weapons, basically, at that point. And so that's what feats are like. As a fighter class, you're mostly... Did I just... Oh, I felt like I went in a circle, but I guess I didn't. As a fighter class, you don't get a lot of... Uh-oh. I looked and I didn't even see you. We also went up a level. Come on. I was really excited. I was really excited that that was going to be my... I'm in here looking for that last machine gun part, right? I guess I don't know why I thought it would be in that particular box. But it's like my fighter, right? Yeah, fighters play out differently than the other classes. Oh, potato, that's nice. In that instead of getting abilities like every level, they get attribute increases or a feat almost every 2 levels. There's a point in there where they don't. In fact, I hit it. It was level 10. But so fighters rely heavily on using feats to build the particular kind of fighter. Not that every game is played with feats. Oh, right, that's got that thing on it that I wanted to keep. I guess you can... Well, you could go out too, for that matter. And so... You, Dang it. I saw that laying there, and I didn't think it was a zombie. Oh, jeez, I've got no stamina. How much? Oh, it's broken too. Oh, dang it. Ah, well, I needed to go home anyways. Everything's so full of stuff. So yeah, so like my fighter, one of the feats I like to take, which means he gets extra abilities, is Great Weapon Master. All right. So I've got my two-handed sword, and because I use a two-handed sword, I only get one attack instead of two. Um, and so uh, Great Weapon Master um, helps counter that by giving you the ability to take a accuracy penalty to do more damage. But it also has some extra things. And so if you kill someone, then you get to take an extra attack using your bonus action, which is sweet. And that doesn't require you to take the accuracy penalty, right? Or like another one I like is Sentinel. Sentinel is nice. It means that your fighter has trained to be more aware of the surroundings of the bad guy, and so if a bad guy is standing next to you and attacks someone that's not you, then you can attack him with your weapon. Or if they try to run away from you, then usually, unless they take a disengage action, anyone can take a reaction to do a opportunity attack. But for a sentinel fighter, if they hit, then the target can't move, and it ignores disengage, so they can't get away from you. It's nice. And so that's a nice one to have. So it allows you to tweak. I don't know where I thought I was going. Will you get away from me? I need to head this way to get to the road. Anyways, so I thought level 10 was going to be feat level, so I wanted to call the night early so we could look through feats and figure out what we wanted to do. I have 2 characters to level up, so it takes me a bit longer than them as well. I mean, it's not like we couldn't have done it in between sessions, I guess, but I like to discuss with my teammates what we think we want to do and how we have trained in the 2 levels since the last time we get to do a feat. So I didn't get a feat that time. Instead, I got more maneuvers, which are my special attacks that are part of my subclass, and my extra damage dice that rolls when I use a special ability. One of those special maneuver attacks went up to a bigger dice size. So I went from a 8-sided dice to a 10-sided dice. The Bard got... the Bard got... I've been wanting to try this spell. The Bard got Magic Secrets, which lets them choose spells from any other class list. From all class lists, basically. And so I was super excited because I have level 5 spells at the level we're at, and there's this spell called... I don't even know if it's level 5, but there's a spell called Steel Wind Strike that just seems super fun. I don't know how useful it'll be, but it seems super fun. And what it does is it lets you hit up to 5 bad guys that are within 30 feet of you, teleporting around the room, taking 1 attack at each one. But it's the spell, so it's a lot more damage. And it just seemed... Oh, dang, I thought I was going to bump right up over that. I didn't, though. And, yeah, so I was super excited to get Steel Wind Strike. Now we just gotta find a room full of bad guys so I can teleport around the room and hit 5 different bad guys. Or try to hit 5 different bad guys. And, yeah. The thief on our team, though, he did get feet, and he did go with the dual wielding one. I forget what he'd taken. Oh, he took poisoner the time before that, and then he never uses it. And I'm like, dude, you should definitely go with the dual wielding because that's gonna let you do extra damage every time you land that offhand attack, which he usually does. And so it's just automatic extra damage every time instead of waiting to see if he's ever gonna remember to apply poison to his weapon. Yeah. But yeah, so we killed the demons, we went up our level, and now we get a whole nother floor to go explore. One level too big, according to our DM. I did want to talk about something else before I quit here, so you'll have to bear with me for a couple more minutes. So my PlayStation 5 that I ordered is not here yet, but for whatever reason they shipped the accessories earlier. So I got my extra items that I purchased that don't have a specific release date. Now, I ordered these directly from PlayStation because of that thing they had where they they randomly selected people to be able to order PlayStations from them. And so I ordered a few things. I only opened one of them, and the one that I opened was the controller. I got an extra controller, so the extra controller came today. And so obviously I wanted to see what it felt like. And, I'm not sure. I'm not sure I'm going to like it. Everybody I've talked to and let Hold It say I'll get used to it. I'm sure I will. But it is a slightly different shape than the previous incarnations of the PlayStation controller. I mean, they're all slightly different, right? The PlayStation 4 controller is a little bigger than the PlayStation 3 controller. I actually like the PlayStation 4 controller a lot. It's my favorite controller, gamepad, whatever you want to call it, that I've ever used. I find it the most comfortable. I like the placement on the buttons, all that stuff. And so the PlayStation 5 controller is a little bigger, it's just a tiny, tiny amount bigger than the PlayStation 4 controller. And but the thing to me that's the biggest difference is that the grips at the bottom where you wrap your hands around, because if you've ever used a PlayStation controller, PS controller, right, you've got the buttons on top, and so your index and middle fingers are probably on those buttons. Oh, I'm out of gas because I was holding down shift this whole time. No, you gotta get some gas out of here. And so it's angled a little different, just a hair, but it's enough that you can feel it. And when I hold the PlayStation 4 controller, the grips rest on top of my pinky and ring fingers. Like it's only just a little bit around to the side, so I'm kind of like on an angle, right? Like if it had corners, I'd be on the corner of the grip with my fingers. This one, my fingers wrap around it, so my fingers are actually on the side, which I suppose gives you better control over the controller. Maybe that's what they were going for, but it definitely feels like it might cause some wrist strain. um, oh shoot, really? Yeah, just punch me in the face like I deserve. I deserved it. I didn't repair my thing even after I died because my thing wasn't repaired. Oh no, I'm infected. Um, but yeah, I didn't open the other ones. I'm sure they're all decent quality. but I had to see what that new controller was like. Like I said, I'm gonna have to see. I don't. Ooh, you know what? I think that's enough potatoes. Yeah, it is. Check it out. Check it out. You know, in real life, that 5 potatoes would be like, you could cut them into 8s and make new potatoes. That'd be like 40 potato plants. Anyways, with that, be better than the small things, lead to the light. I will talk to you later.